Hey guys, so as promised, here's the shot-by-shot breakdown of how I created Spider-Man out of the Spider-Verse. If you haven't watched our live-action recreation of Across the Spider-Verse, which we called Spider-Man Out of the Spider-Verse, please go check that out before watching this one if you haven't. Links in the description. Then I do have a full behind-the-scenes making of experience video you all can watch too. And then this one will be the last video in the Spider-Man series for now. So let's get into it, and thanks for watching guys. Subscribe if you like videos like this. I have a lot more awesome filmmaking videos coming out after this. So stay tuned, and for now, let's break down this trailer. Alright guys, so welcome to my crazy timeline of Spider-Man Out of the Spider-Verse. So I'm going to take you guys shot by shot through the entire thing, and I'm just going to explain more in detail what I couldn't explain in the previous video, because in the previous video was more like the experience video, I would say. And the experience video is like really cool, and I watched it again just now and I was like, man, that's really cool. But this time, if you guys want to actually see what I really put into the work on each shot, I'm going to kind of like break down to show you guys what the difference is between like before and afters and stuff like that. Also where I got some inspiration from these shots. All right, so that's my logo, obviously. And then boom.
My name's Miles Morales.
So this first shot. Oh.
My name's Miles Morales. And I was bitten by a radioactive spider. And since then...
So that shot was the first shot we ever shot and throughout the entire day. I went into the movie trailer of Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse, and I had to screenshot my favorites stills of each trailer shots because I was like, okay, what can we recreate? So I got this for Hero. This is the shot that I was like, okay, can you do something like this? But I'm not going to do blue light. I'm probably going to do green light. So this is the first thing he did. There were some times that he messed it up, but when he got it, it was like, that was the first thing that we got. And you guys saw the video, but we were just super excited, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. One really funny thing is that we forgot to like put the gloves on them, so I just like don't have the gloves in the video. And I mean, they just brought their costumes, so whatever they brought is fine. There's actually not many before and afters of this shot, so let's just move on.
By a radioactive spider. And since then, my whole
and then this shot
has been
was so hard to get.
down.
The shot, I was like, the original vision was this. So we were like, okay, they can jump into like portals, and then we can like put portals in the sky, and then it can be a crack in reality, and then they can jump through the portals. We realized that it might be too hard, so I did a different version of the shot where they're just gonna pretend to jump off of the roof. So it was really funny because right here you can see we were actually trying to get them to jump higher than the rail, so that way I'm like, okay, like it looks like they're jumping off the roof. And Lexi almost got it, but it's good enough. And then it's really funny because everyone always comments that Hero's costume's ripping, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. That we didn't know this was gonna turn into what it became, so it was just really funny how it came out. Oh my gosh, so cool. They're all really good at posing. And then meanwhile, different Earths. Meanwhile. Okay, and then this is really cool because just I guess is also like a director commentary on this thing at this point. So this is cool just because he's holding the Sony logo, and it's just like, hey, it's like Spider-Man, you know, here's Sony, a camera. So I just put the camera in there. When we filmed this, we were like, wow, the lighting's so amazing. And we just got lucky with the sunlight. That's all. So that was the cool part about that one. And then this one was cool. I went into a library and we recorded inside of a library. And then they let us do that. And I always put movement in my shots. So I don't know what it is. And I can't tell anyone what I'm going to do. I literally just wing it. Every time there's a movement, I just say like, I'm just going to film it, guys. And wherever I move, you'll know after the first take, because the second take will probably be the same thing every single time. So boom. I just think it's more dynamic. And then I had her looking towards the movement, which is cool. And then I also did the same movement for the next shot, so that way it would match. So Hero is playing the claw machine, but guess what, guys? There's a really fun fact about this shot, is that the claw machine is off. As you can see up there, the claw machine is literally not moving in it. We were just like laughing so hard. It's just so funny to me. Anyways, that's a really funny Easter egg.
My line of work.
So we filmed this in an arcade, and the arcade was really cool to film in. Okay, now this is where we get into the breakdown. So here we go.
I've learned to expect the unexpected.
Okay, so let's go back there. So this is kind of the timeline, as you guys can see. If I just like take it away, So these squiggly lines took forever for me to make because I'm not like, I started filmmaking with VFX, but I didn't continue it. So my VFX takes a long time. And this isn't really VFX, it's more of 2D compositing. So I kind of just took forever on that thing, and it just took me forever. But I literally was trying so hard because I was trying to replicate every time they have a scene where they're like, whoa, the Spider-Sense. They always had the white. This is exactly where I got those white lines from, because I actually, in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to put Gwen's lines as like a pink. Okay, cool. And then Miles' lines as maybe green or purple. And then Peter's lines as blue or red. So, but then I look back at the movie, and then the movie actually had white lines. So as you see here, watch, boom, the white lines. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to make them white lines with like red outlines. So I don't know why I couldn't like figure out how to like make the shadow happen. It was so easy. I'm pretty sure it's just a drop shadow, but in my head, I just couldn't make it happen in the time frame that I had. So instead, I just made the outlines just the red squiggly lines. But if you look really closely on this, I actually have those colors really hidden in there. So, but on the left side, you'll see Gwen has tiny little lines on her around. That's pink. It's so fast. This took me hours to make, and it's such a fast shot. It's a filmmaking thing where you take hours on something and then like it lasts about 3 seconds or one. This one is about 1 second. So whatever. She has pink lines. Action lines is what they're called. So action lines are basically like comic book strip lines where, like, say I have a shot like this and the shot is moving like this. People would draw black lines everywhere. So that's what I did for her, just to like make it more like comic booky, more poppy. But that's pink. And then Miles was going to be red, but it was clashing with the red in the original white lines thing right here. So I forgot guys I have a mouse. So let me see if I can use that. The red was over here clashing with the red over here. So I changed all his action lines to black. And then his action lines over here are blue. So in my head, this is like one of the coolest shots, but yeah, it's just like it's so fast. Hopefully someone noticed it. This is how it looked before. Let's see if you guys can have like there you go. That's how it looked before. That's how Hero watched it when I first showed Hero and his gang. And then the final version is, I deleted it. Sorry. All right. Before and after. So it's really cool. The way that he grabs the burger is just so funny because that's exactly how the Peter B. Parker would do it. This Peter Parker it's like our own version of Peter Parker because it's not, well, I don't know. It's just Peter Parker, I guess. But it's funny just because he eats the burger and he goes, and he like looks up and it's really funny. We were running on a burger, so we had to buy him 2 burgers, and it was funny. And afterwards, he's like, "Can I eat the rest of it?" And we're like, "Yeah, you can eat the rest of it. It's fine." All right, and then let's see what else we got. Boom. That was just an After Effects file that one of my friends helped me with. So it's just really cool to see these kind of things come to life because it's like an animated thing coming to real life. And I'm not talking about a live action recreation such as Disney, like Lilo and Stitch or whatever. I'm talking about like Looney Tunes back in action. I'm talking about like Roger Rabbit. Talking about Space Jam, where they bring the animations to the real world. And like if they did Miles Morales in live action, I would hope that they would still draw him in this multiverse era. Kind of like if they did the Spider-Pig in live action, I would probably make him still animated because I think the animation version of him in real life would be really cool and reminiscent of kind of like a Looney Tunes thing. Well, I mean, it is kind of a Looney Tunes character anyways, so it's supposed to play off of that. Actually, it's a cartoon. It's a tune. Okay, so this shot's cool because it was just only the lighting before. So if you want to show an example of that, this is without the particles. And I was really like this close to uploading it without the particles because it was cool and the music kind of helps it go and go and go. But I just at the end I was like, you know what, I have to have the particles in. So at the end of the day, we put them back. So before and after is here. And then you put the particles back, boom, boom. And it just helps a lot. RGB lighting is really hard to do because you don't want to like overdo it on the subject and do too much saturation. So that's just a quick tip for you guys. That was a really good shot. That was the first shot we filmed when Gwen and Miles were in the same shot. And we were like, we're making Spider-Man. Yeah. It was really cool. There's nothing to say about that one though. Okay, there's a lot to say about this one though. So here we go. So this one was really interesting to film. So this took like hours to film, maybe like 4 or 5 hours. No, probably 4 hours. But It was more like I needed to figure out how this was going to translate because we were replicating the shot from the movie. So this shot had 2 versions of it, and this is the first version. So I'm going to take off the adjustment clip and this adjustment clip, and now, wow, it looks really different now, doesn't it, guys? And let me show you why. All right, so this is the original cut version. This is literally the original version. Ready? Here we go.
We aren't meant to live normal lives.
Okay. Now, what did you guys see in that? What do you guys see? And I know you guys can't respond because it's not like it's Dora the Explorer where I'm like, what did you guys see? And we wait. And then we say, and then we're like, correct. So I'm just kidding. Maybe one day I'll do a live stream like this so you guys can like ask questions. That'd be really cool actually. So this is the original shot, and the original shot, the difference is this was actually exactly how it looked. Let me take away the media pool and the inspector. So I needed a lot of help to make this one feel like seamless because it was such a fast moment in the trailer that you have to make it where it doesn't throw you off. You have to just watch it and it doesn't bother your eyes. And my eyes are very sensitive to these things. So when I had this first version of it, look at how shaky it is. Look at how, like, to me it was unbearable. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so jarring. I'm going to go over here and pop this on. Oh, I'm sorry guys. This is the original version. It's even worse. Oh my gosh. This is horrible. This is so bad. This is so bad, guys. Okay, let me go back. And the reason you guys know why it's so bad, right? It's because she jumps around so basically this is why animation is kind of superior to live action, because you literally can do anything in animation. You literally can do anything. So in this live action version, I was limited to my real life placements of her in the real world. So of course she's going to move every single time. And of course I'm the only one filming this. So I'm on the left side. My hand is on the left side right here, as you guys know from the other video that you guys saw. And my hand always moves, and his hand always moves too. Oh, also, it's really funny because this is like hilarious to me that the plate never has food on it. It never has food, and it's so funny to me. I'm like, why does this plate never have food? It's just like she's praying to so many meals with no. She's like, thank you so much for no food. Thank you for this plate and this cup. Anyways, that was a little tangent I went on. So this is how I fixed the problem, guys. The way that I fixed it is all in editing, because in animation, you can animate her in the same exact moment in time every single time, but not in live action. And this is how I fixed it. So I think I'm going to disable the old version. Okay, now, do you see it? Do you see it, guys? So I centered her face this time, and that already solves so many problems. And it was really hard to do that. So I actually had to have another version of herself. Like there's another version of herself right there. And I have an opacity at 50%. It's overlaying just so I can figure out what the center of the shot would be. And it was even harder to do that. So then I had to have like a literal center guide that I had to make in After Effects because I couldn't find it on DaVinci Resolve. I don't know why. But anyways, that actually helped me with this. I aligned every single shot to this temporary shot. And then now every single shot is here. Boom. And now every single shot is centered. So now I can take away the temporary shot, and then now every single shot would be centered from that temporary shot, which is good. So now I can take away my center marker, and there's still a problem. So now this is the final version, and I was going to upload this version to YouTube, just like I was going to do the other versions, but I had a problem with this version, and it's that it doesn't feel dynamic enough. So this is what I did to make it a little bit better, guys. I added the zoom, because in the movie, it starts with her face zoomed in, and then it pushes out, it dollies out. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. Let me see if I can do that in the edit. And I did, because I'm filming in 6K and running 4D. So boom, and then whack. I was like, wow, that's it. And then I was like, wait, oh my gosh. And it's mesmerizing because, like, look, it's so satisfying because her face stays the same. Watch, it's super satisfying. It's like, wow. And then now all of the hats just pop onto her face, and it's so cool. I'm like, whoa. It's like, it's so cool, except for one thing. Is that the background bothers me. I think I have OCD or something, but like this, it bothers me because I'm like, okay, so the last thing I did this. I blurred the background just enough so that way it will like not bother me, because if I feel like if it bothers me, it might bother other people. It probably never bothers anyone else but me, but I'm just gonna fix it anyways. So boom, that's the final shot that I did upload to YouTube. Let's watch it together, guys.
We aren't meant to live normal lives.
And then so it accomplishes many different things in this breakdown. So it accomplishes her centered, perfect. Okay, so that means that everything teleports onto her face, which is awesome. And then it accomplishes the pullback. So that's a digital pullback that I did. And then it accomplished all of the, like, it's because the harsh lines from the background really bothered me. So I took off the harsh lines and blurred them out, and it actually worked out. And now we had a Spider-Man trailer. This, so that was just kind of showing that she was sad, kind of, that Peter is leaving. And let me just really quickly show you Mary Jane Spider-Verse. This is the shot that I'm trying to replicate. Boom. So, because she had the blue eyes, and I was like, okay, she basically looks like Mary Jane. I told her to do the necklace. So boom, the necklace is there. And then kind of like a bluish top. So, and she's at the door. So I'm like, okay, let me see if I can replicate this edge light, guys. So this edge light was kind of replicated as best as I could. And then she is in the doorway, and then the doorway is in the frame. I think maybe I should have gotten a little bit closer, but she is supposed to feel like disappointed or like sad, but not angry, because some people were like, oh, is she angry? I'm like, she's not angry. She's more like, okay, bittersweet. Like, okay, he has to go save the day. Nice. And then this is him saying, okay, I'll be back. Like, he knows and she knows that they know what Spider-Man has to do. So
it just comes.
He leaves and he goes, and then on the music beat, something about me is like I always like edit on the music beats, and I think it's because I come from a musical background. I've been playing piano since I was like really young. I don't remember how old, but I've always edited music into my videos. I just feel it. It's just, so basically she opens her eyes on the music, and then
it just comes with the job.
He literally steps to the music. So it like it's like right, left step, right step. And there was actually one more that almost made the cut, and this is the alternate version of it. So this is the original version, and this is the alternate version. So alternate version
comes with the job,
and it works. But like, and also what bothered me of the alternate version is that he wasn't centered. And you know me, I'm like crazy about centers and all that stuff. So I changed the shot to this one, and he's centered the whole time. And that's what I like about the shot. Also, we got a little cameo from a little firefly, or I think it's just a normal like bug, but my light was making it light up. So I think that the shot is even worth even more because of that stuff. So, woo, that's cool. And then this is cool. You guys already know what this is supposed to look like, but let me see if I can pull up a reference so you guys can see exactly what I'm trying to replicate. Okay, so basically, yes, we were trying to replicate the drum sequence in Spider-Verse. It's really hard to like show you guys because it's intercut with other stuff. There. Basically, she's just supposed to go crazy on the drums. And it's really intercut with a bunch of other stuff, but you guys get the gist of it. This is another one where you got to be careful with those saturations. Make sure you don't oversaturate it. So I basically went to the limit, obviously. That was really cool.
Miles, what's up?
Okay, and this is where TJ comes in. Okay, so in my head, I'm like, you should be sleepy, TJ. Like you're sleepy because you're tired of doing the Prowler activities at nighttime. He's like, oh man, the Prowler life, it's good to me.
It's Uncle Aaron.
And then this is Miles. Miles is like, ooh, what's going on? What's going on? I've sensed something.
There's something wrong.
And then it's assumed that they just like live together, and maybe they don't in other universes, but in our universe they do. I did say this in the other video, but TJ is actually that tall. Like, everyone was like, why are you like making him like so tall, like putting the camera like so low? The camera was at pretty much my eye level, so it was really funny. He looks like a giant. It's so funny. He's like almost touching the ceiling. That's really funny. Okay. And then okay, now he is about my height, about like 5'10", so I was a little bit above him just to show that he was shorter than him. But also, it's kind of just like, it's kind of a filmmaking tactic. So If a character is like has the high ground, then you should feel no higher. And then if a character kind of is like not feeling like they're on the high ground-ish, then you put them low. So
I can't trust him.
all right, let's see what else. Let's see. Boom. So you see my mouse, guys. So what's that? Okay, guys, so their hero's phone was right there, and it was funny because he was recording obviously for YouTube. One thing that I forgot to mention is that this shot is actually another shot recreation that I pulled off of my phone. So I was like, okay, can you like say you're Spider-Man, just like boom, put your hand over his shoulder and be like, hey. No, I'm just kidding. Put your hand over his shoulder and replicate this shot. So it was this shot right here. What I just realized is that I accidentally flipped the two characters. So Miles is on the right in the real movie and Peter's on the left, and they're flipped. So sorry. Also, in the real version of this, I am going to have their masks because a lot of people were like, oh, put your mask. Where's their masks? Because you can have like a mask reveal and stuff like that in the trailer. I'm like, yeah, I probably should have a mask reveal. So I am definitely going to do that in the real trailer. So in the real movie web series. The reason we're doing a web series is because it just works for the YouTube world, because Hero, and probably going to go on Hero's channel. Actually, there's a new YouTube thing where it collabs. So it'll probably go on Hero's channel and my channel, but it's like the audience is already there for YouTube, and it's going to be like maybe 10 to 13 minute episodes of like web series. Maybe one focuses on Miles by himself, and then at the very halfway point, he meets Gwen, and then each episode I'm going to introduce a new character. So it's going to be really cool. So yeah, in the real version, they're going to have gloves because they don't have gloves in this version, and they're going to have masks. They don't have masks in this version, and they're going to have better suits because their suits are, I actually don't know where they got their suits from in this version, but all right.
You won't be.
This shot was so hard because she was like, okay, I can only hold this pose like it's hard to hold this pose. It's a cartoon pose, guys. I cannot hold this pose forever. So I had to be really fast filming the shot. So when I was filming the shot, it was right after the night was basically over and the sun was right behind her. So as you can see, this is the sun on the buildings. And I was like a little bit freaking out. I'm like, I lowered the camera settings lowest as possible. And as you can see, we made the shoes last minute, or she did. But you know what? It works. It works. After that, this shot was just super cool. It's cool. It's like a superhero shot. So, my whole life I've shot superhero shots, but I've never actually shot a superhero movie. Well, okay, I have, but I was like 10 years old, but that didn't count.
Won't be.
So, this is really cool for me to actually be able to do something like this finally. So, that was cool. There's no breakdown needed for that. And then this is cool. This is when I went to Austin, Texas. And then this is like, okay, he's looking at the costume and he's like, okay, I got to do this. I actually did this in one of my other films a long time ago. So I wanted to bring that back.
Hey, let's do it.
And of course, we put his YouTube plaques in the back because Spider-Man is famous on YouTube. Miles Morales is in Marvel canon, apparently. Okay, and then obviously he snatches it on cue. Boom. Boom. And then this is when it gets intense. It's like, oh, you guys actually made like live action Spider-Verse. Like this. That's what people were telling me, that like when they were watching this part, they're like, oh, this is actually kind of crazy. This is one of my favorite shots because of all of the crazy colors. One thing that you guys should know about me is that I love colors in movies, and I will put colors. It's because I realized that most of my favorite movies are animated movies, actually. A lot of my movies feel like animated movies, which is kind of interesting. A lot of people were telling that to me, and I was actually realizing that. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually. So let me show you guys a cool breakdown about this shot right here. Let me take away this thing. Okay. Look at that, guys. I don't know how the heck we pulled this off, but like, that's crazy. We went from this to that. I'm going to upload a full screen for you guys. Before, after. We were literally just on the roof, like a bunch of bozos just filming on the roof, and we had permission, of course, but like, it was just crazy. I put a green light on there hoping that the green light would work, and it didn't work. So I changed it to blue. And then it was cool. So I made her like pixely, and then I kind of made like the RGB effect where the image goes like this a little bit, because that's exactly how the real shot looks. Let me show you the real shot, guys. Okay, so this is the real shot, guys. Whoa. Like, that's super cool. That it's basically almost the same thing here. It's basically almost the same thing. How did we do that? What the heck? That's just crazy. Okay, so yeah, I literally used these shots as examples. I probably should have put negative fill on the front so that way she can have be in the darkness a little more, but it's okay. She doesn't have the hairstyle, but actually it's because we were going off of our own Gwen's hairstyle. We were going off of a different Spider-Gwen, actually. Let me show you guys. Okay, guys, so I can't find it, but basically this is kind of what I'm looking for. Is there is a version of Spider-Gwen with this kind of hairstyle. And I was like, okay, I think we could just go with that because the other one is a little bit too hard to replicate. I mean, I actually preferred for my version this kind of hairstyle where she has the like bangs and short hair like this. Like if I were to make the real version of the web series or the short film or whatever it would be, I would still probably put the hair like this. And I know some people are like, oh, the hair's different, but I think it's okay. I think it's really cool still. All right, let's move on. So this shot took forever to make. Oh my gosh, guys, this shot literally took forever to make. So let me just tell you guys about it. So, okay, so I don't have the After Effects file for this still, but this just took forever to make. Oh my gosh, because I was crazy enough to go to the real version of this. Okay, guys, so I was crazy enough to literally watch this shot and in After Effects, frame by frame, mind you, I traced every single line. And you know how hard that was because I had to rotoscope every single line to like it, and it was crazy because the lines would like change. They would be like here to here, whip, and then this. Okay, they would be fine, and then I also changed the colors because I'm crazy, and the colors would also change. So basically, every time the colors changed, I had to change it in my version. So watch my version now. Now that you guys are noticing that the lines will move exactly like the real version and the colors will change, watch this. Okay, so I didn't change all of the colors, but I did change some of them. So up here, it pink to green, and then it's just like it took forever, guys. The pink to green and then other things to other colors. Oh my gosh, it took forever. It's so... That After Effects file was crazy. And I know that this isn't even that crazy of a VFX. Okay, then I had to make him look like he was like doubling. Okay, then that's cool. And then I had to make him look like he was pixeling out because in the real version, he does actually pixel out, which is here. And then I'm like, dang, that's going to be hard to make. Like I said, animation is superior to live action for many reasons. You could just do so much like, watch, they're going to make a live action movie in 12 frames per second just to mimic this kind of thing, because Spider-Man is in 24 frames per second, but in the action scenes it does cut to 12 frames per second just to make it look more choppy and stuff like that. And then other studios in Sony did adopt that format, so that's interesting. I mean, I meant to say other movies in Sony adopted that format. The K-pop Demon Hunters kind of do it too, where they do like the choppy frames, and it's cool. Puss in Boots was the first one to replicate it right after they did their version of it. Puss in Boots was a very good movie. Let's move on. Oh, real quick, this is exactly how it looked before. Cool. That's the original, guys. That's the original. It's so cool. Same thing with this. Want to get out of here?
You want to get out of here?
Okay, let's move on, guys. So, this was cool. This was on my Mavic 3 Pro, and I basically just whipped the hue into purple because I was trying to replicate the purple sunset and all that stuff from the real movie. Really beautiful, and that is Austin, Texas. Spider-Man lives in Austin, Texas, I guess. And I think that shot came out really good. I know that the mom's shot came out kind of a little janky on the hair, but it's really hard to green screen hair, so that's probably why it came out like that. I think his shot came out really nice. Like, it hit the fallout on the light. Looks really good on his skin right there. You looking good, hero. Looking good. It's a replication of the same thing. Look, watch this, guys.
I promise.
And then, what does he say here?
I promise.
Wow. I promise. So good. Let's move on. There you go. I'm on the drone. Oh my gosh. Okay, the reason why it's super blurry and pixely right here is because the drone, the Mavic 3 Pro, is not good in low light. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's really good in low light, which is why we were able to get this shot. But the city was not lit up right there. It was basically nothing. I had put night mode on, and then I had to put the ISO to like maximum ISO. And it became like a really weird, like the background looks like it's like there's grain on the background, but it's not normal grain. It's like stuck to the background. You see how it's stuck? That's so weird to me. This is a cool shot. It's so cool. And then the next shot is even cooler. So good. Oh my gosh. Because look. Oh my gosh. Like what? Let's play together. Let's enjoy it. And then it goes into it. This is actually my favorite part for sure in the trailer. This is like the hype moment. This is like, okay, because I made sure to build it up in the edit to this hype moment. I'm like, okay, so all the shots in real life, and then finally he becomes Spider-Man for real. The suit's on, it's nighttime, they're both about to jump off a roof, and then, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's super cool. Okay, this shot, I filmed it like that to make it feel like they were superheroes, because these are superheroes right here. So I filmed them like high. Like kind of Zack Snyder does this with the Justice League where he films them low to make them high. Because they're supposed to be towering figures. I mean, I didn't have inspiration for that, but I'm just saying like this is like an example of like someone else doing it. So this is exactly what I was thinking. And rest in peace, Hero's costume. We need to get better costumes for the real web series. Oh man, it's so cool. And oh, it's awesome. So this is the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. And then it cuts to the DJI Ronin 4D. Oh man, it's so good. The Ronin 4D's footage is so good. And then it goes right into the footage right there. And then, oh man, this is awesome.
It's your turn now.
So this is how I did it. This is how I did the next ones. Oh, also it's really cool. He jumps like Tobey Maguire. And then he jumps like what Miles Morales would do, kind of like a crazy flip or whatever. Okay, so this is a really interesting one to explain. This is a cool 360 shot that we got. So, there's an alternate version. There's many alternate versions to this that my VFX artist was working on. Look at this thing. Look how cool this is. Look at this. What the heck did we film? It's so cool. This is the raw version, guys. You can literally make anything if you put your mind to it. That turned into the other thing that I just showed you guys, which is this. How is it possible?
Miles,
what the heck?
you're special.
It's insane.
It's your turn now.
Anyways, let me show you guys some BTS on that. This was one of the alternate versions. Look at this. Look at this. Watch. Wow. So cool. So he like runs and he grabs it. There was a roof before. But like I couldn't use it because they would hit or he jumped off the roof and ruined the real shot. But I was like, whoa, this is cool. Like the VFX artist went crazy. ZJ, you're awesome. And oh man, it's so cool. Like the VFX artist would have to visualize what it is, and it's just you have to have a good sense of momentum when you do this stuff. Really quickly, guys, one thing that I had right here that I was going to do is I was going to have them sit side by side, just like the classic shot. So let me show you guys the classic shot that I was going to replicate. So this was almost going to make the cut, but I just couldn't figure out how to make Gwen's hair go upside down. So that's why I had filmed her with her hood on. And you know what? Maybe I could have... No. That's not why I didn't put it in. I didn't put it in because I didn't have a place for it in the trailer. Like the music didn't allow for it. This is what we were going to make. We're going to make it in the short film for sure, guys. We're going to do a lot of iconic shots. Oh my gosh. And then when we put the other characters in, like Miguel, oh, it's so cool. All right. Actually, guys, there was another version of this, and I showed you guys this before, but we had done the Peter look away like on a green screen, and the green screen just did not look good. So I had to reshoot it in real life. All right, look at this, guys. Look at this. Like, we literally filmed this in some random kitchen in someone's house. This epic video that came together. Just look at us. What the heck? How did we make this happen? This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, look at this. Look at these janky setups. Jankiest setup ever. And we made it work. We made it work. I'm like, guys, trust me. After I edited it, you guys will understand.
You're Spider-Man.
And after he says, remember, you're Spider-Man. This is when his hero shot appears. This is when he realizes and accepts, okay, this is it. I need to do this by myself. I am Spider-Man. So I put his hero shot in this edit, in this part of the edit. It's really cool. And then, and this is like, okay, this is like when he's going crazy as Spider-Man. He's jumping through the buildings. And then like, this is the final shots. Okay, we needed to do another shot of him next to Peter. So boom, and then and he pops away. And he pops away just exactly like he pops away inside of the donut scene.
Right there. What's that?
Some people are like, oh, that's like a really cheesy effect you did. And I'm like, no. That's exactly how he popped away in the donut scene. It's more of an animation tactic that they do. Okay, now this is the part of the video which is really cool to me. So this is one of my favorite shots for sure. Like, what the heck? That's so cool. It's literally out of the, it's so cool. Let me show you guys I filmed this just in case, but I told everyone that I knew that I can do it. I knew that I could get the shot right there. That's awesome, guys. Oh man. Yeah. That took forever to do because of the RGB stuff. I actually had to change a lot of her colors because the colors weren't matching. Because she had like yellow on her face, but it was just so much stuff to do. But in the end, it came out really cool, guys, and I'm really happy that everyone enjoyed it. Yeah, so this is the exact, really quick, I replicated the leap of faith like exactly. Like this is the real shot from the movie. There's a lot of files missing because of course, like I'm working on other projects. I'm trying to make this movie, the other movie that I'm making, which you will soon find out about soon. And of course, everything's missing, so media offline. Okay, now we get to one of my favorite shots ever, and it's this one. Let's just watch it together. That's so cool. That's awesome. Okay, the shot came out really cool because I'm like, okay, get up and pretend that you're facing off against the Prowler in an alleyway, and then this is the final standoff. This is the final shot of the trailer. Go ahead and do that, hero. And he did it. Boom, and it cuts to him. I'll get to the Prowler in a little bit, but man, just like, and it didn't look like that before, but I'll show you how to look. Oh, it's just so cool. Like I got the lightning to like go around his body. Watch, it goes around his body like here. It curves, and then it goes around his shoulders, and it just looks awesome. It literally looks 3D, and it just looks so good. It's so cool. It's more just like it's in the background because I wanted to put an electricity shot in there, and I knew that I had to put an electricity shot, a teleporting shot, a Spider-Sense shot, and then after that, what else? And then obviously shooting the web. So I was like, okay, I need to do all those things in this video. And then as you can see over here in the purple on his face, it wanted it to match. My VFX artist kind of put a practical light in the shot to make sure like there's a source of light coming through to hit him because they're supposed to be in a dark alleyway. Cutting to like TJ's shot afterwards, so I reverse it. So now the purple's on the right side, and that just sells the fact that it is real, at least to the human eye, at least a little bit, because you have these practicals in the frame, and then it shoots off onto here. That's just like a green screen tip. If you guys want to like just make sure that you're lighting for your shot, you have to know what you're going to put in the background. You can't just be like, oh, the VFX artist can figure it out. Like you have to just know what you're going to put there. So luckily I knew exactly what I was going to put, and it was an alleyway. Man, that costume in real life is so janky, but on camera, it works. It works, guys. It does the job. And I know for a fact that we are going to do a better costume for the real version, but for now, this is what we got. I'm going to show you guys before and after of these shots because the before and after of these shots is really interesting to me. So I just wanted to show you guys that really quick. And it's really hard to see, but like there is the spider symbol on his chest exactly as the Prowler would have on his chest. Really hard to see though. Okay, let me take away this one, take away this one, wait. This is literally the raw version of it. It's like, look at that, guys. Wow. Is there not purple light on this? Maybe I just changed the light in the edit or something. Wow. We just went from that to the most epic shot ever. Just to show you guys like how much work everything goes into everything. All right, guys. So before and after. Really cool. And then it cuts to the title sequence. Boom. So boom, dun dun.
We are supposed to be the good guys.
And then obviously I stole that from the real movie, where it's like where Gwen says that in the movie, we are supposed to be the good guys, and she goes off into like a whisper, and I thought that was really cool. So I was like, okay, like I told Lexi to say it like that. It took a long time to get it, a long time, because it's a really hard line to say like perfectly. If you want to replicate something, it's really hard, but we got it.
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
And I'm like, it's just so cool. It's so mysterious. And like, what's going to happen, guys? Like, what? I don't even know what's going to happen in this trailer. Like, is this even a real movie? It's about to be a real movie because we're going to make it into a real movie. Web series. All right, this shot's cool. So, you know how we shot like from in the middle of the darkness to literally sunrise? So I had a lot of shots that did not make the cut. I was like, okay, what if you guys like start crawling like on the floor and then I film it like sideways? So then it looks like you're crawling up. Those shots look terrible. During the moment where it's daytime now and we're recording other random shots that I'm literally winging. That's when we recorded the triple shot when they jump off the building in almost the first shot of the whole trailer, almost. That's the same moment where we recorded this, where I was like, hey, let me get you on a background doing a flip, because we didn't really have him doing flips, so I had him do a couple flips. He did a flip, boom. Oh my gosh. And then it's satisfying because I make the sound effect hit on exactly on the end of the music. And this is the first time where someone actually shoots a web. Man, it gives me goosebumps watching it. And then I had to put him against the background that works with his skin tone. Oh, that was really cool to see it backwards. You guys are just watching me go crazy over here. And then the satellites make it like for sure he's on the roof. It's really cool. And then, boom, coming soon. Hey guys, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to tell you about the storyline of the trailer because I think this is a good chance to do that. So this time I'm going to go through it real quick and I'm only going to talk about what's happening in the storyline instead of how I made the shots. So it'll be real quick. So let's get into it real quick.
My name's Miles Morales, and I was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Okay, so that's just introducing him as a character just so everyone can see it at the beginning of the trailer. Just him already in the suit. But then we backtrack after that.
And since then, my whole world has been flipped upside down.
And then this is just foreshadowing like his adventures with Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. And then we backtrack after that. Okay. This is just like a comic book reference to showcase like, oh yeah, this is happening on different Earths and they're not. Now we're backtracking to the past. And it's like, okay, now we're not in the exact same moment in time anymore. Now we're right before they all come together. This is just like them, chilling on their planets and stuff on their Earths. So Peter Parker is just being a photographer and yeah, he's just chilling. And then Gwen Stacy's just going to school. And he's just chilling.
In my line of work, I've learned to expect the unexpected.
And then at the same time, this is actually happening on their different Earths, in their different universes. They're actually doing the Spider-Sense. They're sensing the same threat. What's the threat, you ask? I have no idea. The whole point of it is it's like, oh shoot, they all sensed it at the same exact time. And the lines are supposed to mean like, oh shoot, they need to go meet up together and stuff like that. So this is what's happening right now in the storyline, in my head at least. And then there's a portal to one of them. And it's assumed that, he's going to meet up with Gwen because Gwen says, hey, Miles, right there.
Being one of us means things.
Okay, and then now they're finally together. This is like still taking place before the events of the first part of the trailer. They're just kind of like chilling in the real world. And her lines are very important right here. And let me tell you why.
Being one of us means things are going to be different for you now.
She's being a mentor figure to him because Gwen Stacy has more experience than Miles Morales in my universe, in this live action universe that we've made up. So Miles Morales has the least experience out of all of them, as he normally does. She's just saying that if you're going to be a Spider-Man like us, things are going to be different for you now. Life is not going to be the same. You're going to have to deal with things that normal people do not deal with.
We aren't meant to live normal lives.
And then we aren't meant to live normal lives. She's still teaching him they're not meant to live normal lives. And we see her in her normal life. And she's praying and all that stuff. But there's something in the back of her head while she's praying, while she's looking at all of her family members. She knows in the back of her head that this can't be her life. At least not forever. And not all the time. Maybe sometimes, but not all the time. So she's enjoying the moments that she has with her family right here.
It just comes with the job.
And now Peter is, these voiceovers are supposed to mean like off screen, they're supposed to be talking to Miles Morales basically.
The job's just
Right here, Peter is saying like, hey, it comes with the job. And that's him also agreeing with Gwen. This is not going to be a normal life that you're going to lead if you're going to be a Spider-Man with us. So they're teaching him. They're getting him ready.
It just comes with the job.
We do what we have to.
So then she says, we do what we have to. That just means like you have to do what you have to as a superhero. You know, you have to leave your loved ones like to go heroing like what Peter does right here. He does what he has to do what he has to. But when she says it, you do what you have to, or we do what we have to. She's not happy about it. So she's raging on the drums and she's just like getting all her emotions out on the drums. And that's why I put that line there.
We do what we have to.
Miles, what's up?
It's Uncle Aaron. There's something wrong.
Okay, now there's something wrong. And now he's kind of realizing that now he's still going to take his own path and realize that he has his own problems to deal with.
There's something wrong.
In his own family. Lurking in his own house. The Prowler.
I can't trust him.
And then now he goes on his own journey.
I just don't think I can face him alone.
Okay, so I don't think I can face him alone. This is basically saying like, hey, can you guys help me beat him? Can you guys help me beat my uncle, who he then realizes later that is the Prowler? He doesn't want to face this villain alone. He doesn't. He wants the help of the other spider people, the other Spider-Man, Gwen and Peter. He does not want to face this alone. And this is the part of the trailer where he's starting to learn about the problems and how he has to face them.
You won't be.
So then you won't be like, okay, they're agreeing to help him. Like they'll be by his side and they're going to fight with him. But you'll see in a little bit. And then this is when I start amping up the epicness. It's like we're building up to something here. And then this is him looking over the suit. There's a lot of accepting who he is in this trailer. So this is one of those I'm accepting who I am moments.
Alright. Let's do this.
So now he's confident. He has the help from his friends. And he's like, all right, let's do this. Let's see if I can make this happen. I'm nervous, but I have the support of my friends. Let's confront my uncle. And then this is him looking through the portal, looking at Gwen, just realizing the vastness and the importance of his job as Spider-Man and like seeing it happen in real life. He's like, okay, this is actually going to be real now. And I need to really focus. Like this is actually real stuff. Like there's a giant portal to another universe. He's like, okay, oh shoot. That's what he's thinking right now in his head.
You want to get out of here?
And then she's inviting him to another universe, potentially to go train with him, to prepare for his battle with his family member, is what's happening at least in my head. So she's saying, you want to get out of here? He's like, okay. Right after that, he talks to his mom.
You gotta promise me, Miles, that you'll be safe.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay, then this is right before he goes all hero. He goes all in on the hero. He goes all in right there. But he talks to his mom before. Like, before you do something crazy like going out of town or going on a crazy trip or on a crazy adventure, usually you talk to your mom or your dad or one of your family members and just say like, okay, I'm going to do this. And he's not really telling her that he's Miles Morales, but it's just for his own sake. I mean, his mom's like, be safe. And he's like, okay, I promise. And this is the funny part about this part. So he says,
I promise.
Okay, right after he says, I promise, they go into the spider jump. And that's ironic because she's like, just promise me you'll be safe. And he's like, I promise. And then he jumps off a building because he's Spider-Man and he has to. But he takes his mom's willpower and love with him on this jump and he falls. A leap of faith with his friend.
Miles, you're special. It's your turn now.
Now, Peter is also going with him and kind of training him, but kind of telling him, hey, it's your turn now. Because
If you ever think something's impossible, remember, you're Spider-Man.
that's Peter Parker handing over the torch to Miles Morales. That's also Peter Parker saying, look, no matter what happens, you're Spider-Man. And Spider-Man always figures it out. He's basically putting the hero mantle on him and saying, we're going to support you, but in the end, this is your battle. So we're going to be supporting characters in your journey, but you have to finish this journey yourself, this personal journey. of facing off against the Prowler. So then boom, this is the part where he accepts that he's Spider-Man and he accepts what he has to do alone. And then this is just an action shot of Gwen, assumedly like hiding or going into hiding, but also helping Miles Morales at the same time. And then finally, this is the final standoff that he has been fighting for, that he has been training for. And this is supposed to be very emotional. Like he's going up against him, but also he's realizing that he's the Prowler. He's realizing what he has to do. And that's why his face is like that. That's why I told him to make a shocked, a worried face when I was directing him. And he did a great job. And then the final reveal of the Prowler. The final reveal of the Prowler is right there. And he turns and looks at his nephew. And then opens his claw. And that's the final fight that he has been leading up to. So that's the whole point of the trailer. Like in the beginning, it just shows his shenanigans. They're in separate universes. They meet up and they basically help him become Spider-Man throughout their own experiences. And I think that's a really awesome storyline. So guys, I'm so excited to make like the actual production of this. Like I've seen all your comments and it's just like very, very exciting to me. Like, okay, people actually want to see this. So I'm going to do my best to make it happen. I would like to do this storyline, but let's, like the whole thing of like, the storyline's already been done in animation. So part of me wants to do the real storyline, the one that I'm kind of doing. It's kind of like the same storyline as the movie, but it's on my own twist. So it's not correctly the same thing. Like this is my version of the real Peter Parker. This is not Peter B. Parker. So in my universe, Peter Parker does not die. This is the OG Peter Parker. So there's some twists and turns, and like maybe Miles Morales is a little older on this one. I can probably like make a different storyline that plays into those tropes or something like that. But yeah, this is just like, this is cool. So this is the storyline of the trailer. They're assisting him and then he finally accepts his destiny and then he goes on a ride. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this awesome thing. Let's go back to I have some more things to say actually. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this with me. I know I had a lot of fun rewatching this thing. And I just know that I wanted to give you guys a behind the scenes breakdown shot by shot because I knew that people were asking me about it. And I didn't have enough time to talk about these types of things in the actual experience video. In the actual experience video, I literally just like whipped together as fast as I possibly could. So I apologize for the audio. It was like kind of messed up in that one. But you know what? This video came out really cool. So I think that's all the things that I wanted to cover in this video. I had a lot of fun rewatching this, going back into this because I hadn't uploaded in a long time. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I've been up to, and it's been really fun what I've been up to. Funny enough, I actually did just see Hero, and he actually was on my recent movie set that I worked on. So I really had a really fun time to see him again. So I hope to see him again soon. Also, if you guys need any help of your filmmaking, if you guys need me to like review your own movies, I can definitely do that. I have a lot of years of experience and I'm really, really like happy to help. It's really fun to make movies. I'm going to be uploading at least once a month, like from now, I promise you guys. Making videos is awesome. I finally have a setup where I actually have something to just set and forget. So I'm going to literally just turn on the camera and boom, I start talking to you guys. So, and it's not just to like shoot out videos. I'm always going to try to make my best edits for you guys. The Spider-Man video was a special event video where a very special thing happened and I had to cover it, and it was like a massive edit. The edit for the Spider-Man experience video, the first one, was humongous. It was huge. Anyways, I'm going to do a lot of events soon, a lot of filmmaking soon, a lot of action scenes soon. So this will be the last Spider-Man video for now that I'm going to do, because what I'm going to do next is start teaching you guys how I do my filmmaking. I know a lot of people already have like what lens to pick or what aperture to pick, or like a lot of the beginner filmmaker stuff has already been done on the filmmaker world on YouTube. So I might not do that stuff, but you know what? Another thing in my head is like, maybe I will do that stuff because it wasn't coming from me. Like I know what I would have done differently with those videos, and a lot of those videos are kind of old. So I don't know, I might do it, I might not, but I'm going to for sure do some videos of what I've been up to lately. I want to show you guys this like movie that I've been making. It's called Level Zero. It's about a girl that jumps through a bunch of video games to rescue the world. The video game was made by her dad. Level Zero I'm going to be talking about soon a lot. So every time I upload, guys, comment on the videos because I will respond to you guys. I have a lot of knowledge to give, and I'm really excited to finally be able to give it to people. So if you guys need help with anything filmmaking, or if you guys just want to know what's happening with my life in my filmmaking journey, always feel free to reach out because my comment sections are open. My email is open. You can put it in the email that I have on my YouTube channel, joshgyrostudios@gmail.com. I'm also going to be featuring other people on this channel to showcase different people that are specializing in different fields. So sound mixers that I know, film professors that I know, famous people that I know. It's just going to be really cool. So stay tuned. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming on this filmmaking channel. And yeah, keep making movies, guys. See you in the next video. Peace out.